There are 3 minutes remaining before the show starts. Still plenty of time to visit the refreshment stand for a tasty treat. There are 2 minutes remaining before the show starts. The show will start in 1 minute. The show is about to start. Thank you for your cooperation. Enjoy the show, and please come back and visit us again.
And good afternoon, everybody. It is John Russell alongside Mark Night Train Poolos. And there's my, Dan Russell. Good to see you, Dan Russell. Thank you for looking in, my friend.
Relation?
It's great to see you, buddy.
Is he any relation?
No, not at all.
Dan Russell?
No, it's my son, yeah. Yeah, I'm not related at all.
So I believe you have met him in the past.
I have. I've met him in the past. In fact, I met him as closely as Sunday. I like to tell people or Saturday, I guess. No, he's adopted. See, look, he's got the smart ass gene from me. We had a birthday party for 2-year-old granddaughter Emma on Saturday.
You went to it?
Yeah, I went to it.
Did you social distance?
I did, but here's the thing: they are in the house. They're not going anywhere. Dan's working from home. Caitlin is a hairstylist, so she's not working. Neither of the kids are going anywhere because they're 4 and 2. I'm not going anywhere.
Hairstylist can go back.
Well, but yeah, she's
not.
Start
up again.
When? Now? They can sell product. Don't you even follow the news, man? Come on, man. What is
the news? Yeah, I actually follow the news. I'm going to tell you something that drives me nuts.
I want to hear it.
So, when this whole thing started, anytime you would go and watch a television show, especially a news program, they'd be in the separate boxes.
Yeah.
Or they'd be making a point to be 6 feet apart from each other. And every show would start with, as you can see, we are sitting 6 feet apart from each other because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
And after like 5 times, I'm just like, we get it, okay? We're all watching the news, and now I just can't take it anymore. Now, if you watch the news, especially like national news, when a reporter is giving a report, you will be able to see the mask that they use when they're not on the air
Yeah.
somewhere on their body.
Yeah.
It's either hanging off the side of their ear, it's tucked into their shirt, they're holding it in their hand. It's like, we get it, okay? When you're not on the news, you're wearing a mask. We get it.
It's just amazing to me. All this, they do the story, and they make a point of showing him holding the microphone on a broomstick out to the guy. I mean, we just, and it's like it's almost like the reverse, of it's like okay, we know you're. I mean, we want to make sure that you see that we're doing the right thing. And I was like, well, we know you're doing the right thing, because you wouldn't, if you weren't, you wouldn't show it.
Yeah,
I mean, because you
like
show anybody that's doing the wrong thing, they show, right?
the Trump interview where they were sitting like 40 feet from each other. And they just had to keep going to the wide shot.
I don't know.
It's like, we get it.
Yeah.
You're 400 feet away from each other.
Yeah. Daniela, thanks for looking in. We appreciate it.
I'm the one in the family that ventures out into the world right now.
You're the shopper. You're the hunter and gatherer.
You would not believe how many people. Oh,
hey, that looks like somebody I know. Well, I don't know her, but I mean, I know it's your mama.
Were you hiding in your mask? What?
Where are you hiding your mask?
Oh,
dude, do you not know how to read mother emoji? Oh,
There
you
we
got
go.
one of those.
That's what I do.
Mine is this way.
I go into
But let me show
stores
you,
like-
because I do mine a little bit different. I mask
go
up a
into
little bit
stores
different
like
than
this.
most people. First, I put this one on. I get this one on because I got.
Are you wearing your Schwann's shirt?
And then I get this one. Yeah, I am. And then I get this one. And then I pull her down.
Wow, you
There,
are
so
protected.
I'm double bagging.
Double backing it.
And the
Yeah.
beautiful thing about this is, I can't breathe.
The problem with mine is, watch. Anytime I wear a mask, my glasses fog up.
Oh yeah. Even
But it's
when they're
easy. You keep it.
even
you
when
keep
they're
it
down
around
that
your
far?
neck. Keep it around your neck. You do your thing.
Yeah, I actually do. Do love this. She's really not your mother.
Great.
Perfect, because that was really not my son. Hi, Kay. Good to see you.
But yeah, you just keep it like this, and you pop it, and like, boom, everything's fine, and then you're back out again. And everybody looks at you like you're out of your mind, but
here's the other thing. That's nice.
That's hot.
I haven't had to go out shopping for a lot of stuff.
Well, that's good.
I mean, you do, because you got a whole family, right? I mean, you got three ladies that you got to take care of.
Yeah, we've been trying to do a bit of the Instacart, but I don't know what it is, but anytime you like ask for stuff, they just basically give you the replacements. And I don't know who's deciding on the replacements, but they're just out of their minds. It's like, can you send us a jar of mayonnaise? And then it shows up and it's like grape jelly. It's like, that's the replacement? Like, I don't...
Well, I mean, you could use it.
On this?
Banana and grape jelly sandwich? Yeah, I could handle that.
I'm deciding to do this interview in the dark so you can't see my horrifying elephant man skin. That's right, Instacart is whack. For real.
There right there is your number one fan.
I did see that video of the lady who cut the middle of the mask out. She's like, it's so much easier to breathe. Like, come on.
4 days in advance, never in stock. Yeah, see, here's the...
Oh, and here, just so everybody knows, in case you're thinking of going to Costco possibly today or tomorrow to maybe get some meat or essentials, it's all gone.
Just about everybody...
The idiots have bought all the meat.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, bought all the microwave popcorn, which doesn't make any sense. Paper towels are gone. Plenty of toilet paper, though. Surprise, surprise.
Really?
Peanut butter and onions?
Peanut butter and onions.
Is he pregnant?
You never know. Yeah, the thing I find, maybe for me, I've gone and, I mean, maybe once every couple of weeks since we've been doing this. But the other part is my son, not Dan, but my son Charles.
How many kids do you have?
I got two. Well, Charles is about your size. You and Charles would I mean, you talk about become.
Now we got to wrestle to see who's the best.
Well, I know, and he's younger.
How much younger?
Going to be turning 30
Is he in
this
his
year.
10s?
30 this year. Low on all.
Yeah. I feel so bad for my lady. She enjoys a jar of Milwaukee's best baby dills.
But can't you just?
I can't find them anywhere.
Can't you just substitute like pickle relish for that? She could eat a spoonful of pickle relish.
John, she just told me that if you repeat that ever again, she's going to come to your house and tear that mask off your head.
I don't have it on now, so.
That's like saying to somebody, "Hey, you know, we're out of T-bone steaks, so why don't you go and have some of those steakums from the freezer section?"
Hey man, you gotta make do. I mean, look, you gotta make do. I gotta tell you, I was gonna do. I don't know if I have you seen my show from my intro for my cooking show?
You have a cooking show now?
Well, you know, I've been working on it. I got a. Oops, that's not what I want to show. I got a hell of an intro.
Can you play the intro?
Yeah, I'll play the intro. Tell me what you think of it.
Watch it.
Ah!
How did you do that?
Wait a minute. Here, I'm going to start it over again. You know why? Hold on. Peanut butter and onion Sammy's. Now that sounds terrible. Hold on a minute. Let me go back because I screwed it up because I thought I could do something, but I can't do it. And now I got to go back. And here, we'll start again. And I had Constance's comment up there the whole time. Huh?
Is that you?
What do you mean, is that me? Of course it's me.
You slicing the vegetables?
Nope.
Oh.
I have learned.
Did you see the intro to my new YouTube show?
No, I didn't. You gonna play it?
Do you want me to play? I don't have it on here.
It?
Can't you play the YouTube thing?
It's the. Oh my God! You guys! Right here, Jake Muhlenbach, the best chef in South Dakota, if not the ever. Oh my God, Shady Beach Grill.
Is that him?
It is. It is.
Oh
my God! And they are doing such a cool. Oh my God! Every time, I mean, I wish I could work out there every week.
Jake, you guys doing curbside pickup?
Oh, dude, they are. Are you not? You got to follow them. I am so jealous of the people that live in their area.
Yeah.
Because they set up a menu, and they've got special.
But I don't even have any.
Oh, dude, they've got specialty stuff. They're doing specialty desserts. My God. I look at their stuff and I'm like, oh my God, I wish I lived. Even if, I would drive an hour to get their stuff.
Well, when comedy comes back in 2021, it'll be delightful to go back there.
I would love to do an outside show at their place too.
Play my intro; it's the best.
Where is it?
It's the first video on my channel.
Oh well,
it's the graphic that you made for me.
Are you? Which one are you talking about?
The large man in captivity or whatever.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Yeah, because I don't have it handy.
Well, you gotta
go find it now. You better keep talking to keep people occupied, or they're going to say, "What you guys
people interested? You know,
get off of here! Get off of here!"
I gotta comb my beard, get it fresh.
Well,
you know?
you don't. But you don't do
Trying to
that
stay
on.
in
You
the
don't
dark
look.
because I gave myself third-degree burns on Sunday.
How do you do that?
Decided to take a cruise with my lady for our anniversary up and back to Superior in a convertible, and I didn't put any cream on my chrome dome. So
Uh-oh.
I don't know if you can see, but yeah, it's pretty bad. I'm flaking everywhere.
Ooh.
But
That's not
keeps
good.
people away from me at the Costco's.
All right, here we go. Here we go.
It's a
We'll share
masterpiece.
that. We'll share that. And it's, let me run it back there. And
Make sure the volume's up because you'll miss it.
it's, look at it, buffer. It's buffering. For God's sakes.
Where's your Wi-Fi coming in from?
My Wi, I don't have Wi, dude.
China?
This is all you.
I love how this video in the corner is playing, but my video is not.
It's, hold on.
Thanks for that graphic, by the way. It's killer.
I love it.
Oh.
People of the internet. My name is Poolos, and welcome to my
What in
new
the blue
YouTube
hell?
show
We might have to run that back one more time so
Oh
people
my
can
God.
enjoy it.
Hello, people of the
How good is
internet.
that? I mean,
Oh my God. That's,
you probably farmed out your intro for like $2 or $3 grand. I did that for $1.
well, yeah, well, but I did it for you.
You
No, I
didn't
don't
do
need
the
a new
fart
computer.
noise.
Yes, Jill, you
That's
too.
all me.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Everybody loves the night train.
It's a night train, man.
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. That's just, I didn't know you ruined it that way.
Well, it was just like I don't
So is that,
have this. I don't have the skills that you do. So I thought it would be funny, like every time I do an episode, to just do something funny over the top of it before it
makes
starts,
sense.
like,
Oh my God.
hey, who knows?
No, you know, I honestly,
I
don't-
still haven't filmed the second episodes though. That was like
Well,
2 months ago. I did episode 1.
let's be honest. You're one episode ahead of me on my cooking show.
What's on the menu for?
Well, see, here's the deal. It's like so I was gonna say, the whole reason I bring this up is because we were talking about getting groceries and stuff, and I don't go out much, and I have my son, my oldest son, like I was saying, he works for Amazon in one of the distribution centers up in Eagan, and right across the street is a Sam's Club. So he goes over and he gets stuff, and then he brings it over to me. Like I got a box of 52 instant oatmeal packets.
You're still touting the oatmeal packets.
Dude, I still have them.
You haven't gone through 50 of them since the last time I talked to you.
No. Well, do you think that's a lot or a little? How many oatmeal packs do you eat how many do you eat in a day of oatmeal?
I haven't had oatmeal since I was 7 years old.
Well, see, there's your problem.
No.
The other thing,
every day.
here, let me hold on, keep talking. Let me get something. I'll show you this.
Back on.
It's
just FYI, if anybody's ever been to the Riverdale Walmart, stay away. That place is the worst.
We'll get back here. All right. So
it's worse than
I'll give you kind of a little quick rundown. Make cookies. Well, I don't know, but I don't want to. I like the oatmeal. I like the oatmeal's delicious.
Yeah, put some walnuts in there.
So here is one of my favorite quarantine meals.
All right.
And the total cost of it is about $3.
Oh boy.
So first, you take super meal. This is a giant ramen, right? And you prepare it.
I'm already worried for you, Jonathan.
And you prepare it just the way.
Can you turn and tell the audience the sodium amount in that?
Sodium. Now, here's the thing. This is ridiculous, okay? So they make this and they say there's 3 servings. Well, who the hell who would not eat the whole thing? Oh, there's 3 servings. We expect you to,
John.
we expect you to just dole that out. That should last you all day long. Now, sodium per serving, 910 milligrams. Or 39% of my required daily requirement.
That is 2,700 milligrams of sodium.
100.
If you eat that whole thing.
I don't know if you can see this. 117% of my daily intake of sodium. That's even extra. That's even extra. That's even extra.
And this is just the base.
This is how you start. This is where you start.
Do you add some delicious lean grass-fed beef to that?
No, I add a package of chicken of the sea wild caught pink salmon. Sodium, only 360 milligrams in a serving of this.
Johnny,
which, by the way, it's one serving. It's one
when you
serving.
put that packet in front of your face, your whole body disappears.
What can I tell? Well,
is that it, or is there another ingredient?
nope, that's it.
Just a pack of salmon.
I pack of salmon and in that, but see, that's the thing. It's like it lasts me forever.
You just put that soup in Times Square.
It's down there. Yeah, I know.
Well, me and
Well, it's
me and the
it's a
lady
little
here
something.
trying
I
back
drink a
on
lot
the
of
old
water.
the keto stuff. Trying that again.
Yeah, it is.
Well, I
It's true.
managed since we were locked down, I managed to
Oh my
gain
gosh. I'm locked up.
49 pounds. So it is time. I think Johnny just froze on me.
It's okay. No, well, it's okay. Well, I locked up, and then we all lock up. What happens is, there's when there's so much traffic on the internet. That's right.
Quarantine life,
Quarantine life, baby. Too much salt. Yeah.
Yeah, it might be a bit.
Yeah. I would agree.
But so
my son had a plate of cheese, so we're both pooping differently. I can tell you that. Here's
so
the
actually, we have a couple like really good keto like go-to meals, and I'll tell you what. Mission tortillas.
Oh yeah.
So basically, when you're on keto, you can't have any bread or any sugar.
Right.
And there's certain companies that are trying their hand at zero carbohydrate bread, which it never tastes right. I don't know what the substitute is for the bread, but it's just brutal.
Yeah. Oops, I want
but-
that off of there.
Oh yeah, you found it.
I found it, but I just want it off of there.
So, Mission tortillas, for whatever reason, they make a tortilla that, like a normal tortilla, has 32 carbs in it.
Mm-hmm.
These ones only have 4.
Wow.
So, like, we use them for everything. Like, you can make tortilla pizzas, or you can, actually have tacos, or you can slice them up and fry them into chips and stuff. And they never do any commercials for them. And I don't know why, because I don't know if we would make it through this thing without them.
Have you seen the tortillas they make out of cheese? Or they're not tortillas really, but they're the cheese roll up thingies.
We tried it our first go around, and I'll tell you what, they're a little greasy. They are a little greasy.
Yeah, well, I will say this: my mom has sent me some meals. That are it's microwave stuff, but I mean they're pretty good. And I'm not, what? I mean, and this.
Is it called bowl of salt?
Bowl of salt. Except on the package, it's written in Japanese.
Do you just be honest? Like after you eat that, how much water do you drink?
A ton, dude. I am drinking probably 2 gallons of water a day, and I'm not lying.
Johnny, 2,700. Yes, it does taste like cardboard.
Let's be
the
fair
worst
though.
Thing ever.
Let's be fair. I don't don't eat that every single day.
Okay, good.
You know, I also mix in my other
Well,
favorite.
okay. So let me tell you this.
Okay.
When I was just out of high school, or right out of college, I lived with my brother, and I had no cooking skills whatsoever. So my go-to meals every day, because we worked opposite shifts, so I'd have to eat, and I couldn't spend all my money at the fast food restaurant, so I'd have to cook stuff at home. These were my two go-to meals. Was just regular chicken ramen, just 2 packages, or I also made a thing called hobo stew.
Everybody
which
loves hobo
consisted-
stew.
Which consisted of 4 Bar S hot dogs chopped up, covered in beanless Hormel chili, half a chopped up onion, and 2 crumbled up handfuls of Ruffles.
Oh my!
And I gotta tell you, I went to Cub Foods one time and Bar S hot dogs were on sale for 79 cents a piece. And I did one of these. Ra-ta-ta-ta-ta. Just all into
Take them all.
just right into the grocery cart.
Corner the market on those.
Oh my God.
Bar S, you know, is also the brand of my bologna.
And you know
It's
what's
a
funny is until I became a hot dog snob, which I call myself now, I thought Bar S hot dogs were pretty darn good.
I think the cool thing, see, the thing about Bar S is they're almost
I'm going to first base, pool train.
I think the cool part about Bar S is that for $1 you get a whole pound of bologna. And I think really it's close to vegan
I'm
bologna
sorry.
because I don't think there's a whole lot of meat in there. What?
You get an entire pound of bologna for
One pound of bologna for
$1.
99 cents. I mean, I'm rounding up. But the thing is, I fancy it, dude. But listen, I fancy it up because I put it on those ciabatta rolls.
Oh,
And it's like, oh, I mean, this is bologna, but then I eat it with my fingies up. It's delicious.
Ciabatta bread bologna sandwich.
And then you know, and if I'm feeling like I really want to treat myself, I put a piece of Swiss cheese on there.
And then you pour a tall glass of RC Cola into your wine glass.
That's just ridiculous. That's insanely
When you
ridiculous.
light a candle and have yourself an evening.
Jeff would like to hear the story of the softball game, as would I.
Oh boy, man, that's old school. The very first time I ever worked at Penguins Comedy Club in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, on Saturday, his lovely wife Erin and him were hosting a softball game. And at the time, we actually, I don't know if I even was with Anita, but so the game was to raise money for Special Olympics and kids with disabilities and stuff. And yeah, so I went up there and I tried to hit the ball, and I didn't, and I looked ridiculous. And everybody there thought that I was one of the people that they were raising money for. And I didn't realize that people were talking to me that way until later on when Jeff was just like losing his mind laughing. And he goes, you do realize that like some of those people thought that you were disabled or whatever because of how poorly that you were playing softball. But I think the problem was that it was a really sunny day, and obviously I don't have any hair. So they had given me one of the hats that says Special Olympics on it. So I could see how people maybe got the wrong idea, but you know. I tried my best. That's all that matters. Is I tried my best.
Did you ever have any athletic ability in your life?
God, man, I so wish. No.
Did you play football or basketball or anything?
The only thing I ever played was basketball, and I was relatively good at it. My nickname on the basketball team was Radar, because I would just throw it up from anywhere and it would go in. Most of the time, my coach was like, "Don't do all right."
Oh my
But just to
God.
tell you how well versed in sports I was, one of our teams was just dynamite in like junior high, and we went to the championship game. Yeah, you're welcome, Jeff. I miss you, buddy. Someday we shall see each other again. I got to, yeah, that's what it was. I got to the championship game, and it was at Edinburgh over in Edina,
Oh yeah.
and we're like shooting the ball back and forth, warming up for the game, and I turned at the wrong moment, and I put my hands out, and the basketball jammed like 4 of my fingers, and I had to go to urgent care, and I came back for the game with my fingers like all tied up or whatever. What did that one say?
Well, I was gonna say we'll save it to the end. This is Tony from down in. I think he lives in Madison now. Why did my founding father shirt not sell?
Founding father shirt.
First
I
of
don't
all,
know why it didn't sell.
I can tell you. I mean, it's a really easy rundown. First of all, nobody liked me. Second of all, it was a picture of my stupid goddamn face on there. Right? So there's 2 strikes.
Yeah.
And the other one was that, you know, at the point I was selling that, I was in the middle. Oh, you're in Tennessee. Oh, well, gosh, how did you get? Well, that's another story for another day. But I hope you're well down there.
The first shirt that I ever pressed and I sold as a comedian had my picture on the back of it. And I don't know why initially comedians think it's funny to put their likeness on the shirt. Nobody wants that. I sold like 3 of them and then just threw them in one of those like donation buckets at the back of a Walmart and got out of there.
Dude, those founding father shirts that have my face on.
Yeah.
I had a bunch of them left. As you know,
Where
you put your well, yeah. Denny does have an auto. Do you have the founding father shirt, or do you got like one of each of Mark's shirts, don't you? The founding father.
Quite a customer. God bless you, sir.
Denny's awesome. So at the casino up in Sault Ste. Marie, and you've been up there, right? I can't think of the name of the Kuwaitan. And they have a dance floor, and then the stage, and then the audience. And I was like, and then people sit back because they don't want to be in the front row even there. And so I was like, okay, hey, you guys come up here, I'll give you a free T-shirt. Come up and sit in the front row, I'll give you a free T-shirt. So a whole table filled up. I gave them all T-shirts, and then we got done with the show. And after they left, there were all the T-shirts still on the table.
Oh boy.
Yeah. So.
Now I had something similar. Which I thought was actually quite an ingenious idea. So over the years, you know, you get down to like, you got 1 small and 2 3Xs, or like 2 mediums and like 1 3X. And you're like, I don't want to buy any more of this shirt. They're not selling, whatever. So I had a box in my garage with all these loose, like leftover shirts.
Yeah.
So anytime that me and Cocazella would go out and do the Stoner and the Fat Man thing, we had a thing towards the end where we would bring a girl on stage and we would like serenade her.
Oh yeah.
It was just like a stupid, you know, the whole idea of it was like I would sing something heartfelt and then Cocazella would sing something like horribly filthy. And eventually I would just be like, all right, this is over. Just get out of here. Like, he doesn't know how to do it. And anytime the girl would come up, we would just fish around in there and just give her. I can't tell you how many times we got done with the show and the shirt was just sitting on the table out there, or somebody's like, "Hey, they left your shirt here."
I used to when I was running out of stuff, I would I would say, "All right, my shirts are $20. No, my shirts are $20, 25 if they fit you. If I have your size, it's 25. If not, it's 20."
Well, I'll tell you what. I think we've talked about it a bunch. Like, you know, the
look.
Oh, is your son?
Hi, Mark Clampy. How you doing?
You're just gonna take a call from Clampy while we're on the air? What is happening?
I know. I'm doing one right now with Mark Poolos, and in fact, I'm talking to him while you're on. No, here, let me put you on speaker so Mark can hear you.
Clampy, get off it. We are live.
Oh, I do, but today's a special day. Oh, he can't hear you, so I'll have to No, he can hear you, but you can't hear him.
Oh.
Oh, well, that's all right. I'll let you go. I just
Tell him he's
checking
the
in,
worst.
seeing how things are going. So
They're going awesome. In fact, I'll talk with you a little bit later.
sounds
I
good.
got
Tell
some-
Mark hi.
I got some great ideas.
All right.
All right, thanks, buddy. See you later.
Yep. Thanks. Yep.
Bye bye. That's Mark Clamping, ladies and
Great
gentlemen.
ideas for what?
I got great ideas for a cooking show,
Live shows.
and I'm thinking that Goonies can sponsor my live cooking show.
Oh, nice.
I can do
We should talk to
demonstrations.
Clampy about doing a parking lot show in Rochester.
You know what? It's funny. We've talked about. Of course, we talked with Mike Fink about that.
Is the Tilted Kilt still open down there, or they have been closed during the...
Crooked Pint, you mean?
What did I say?
Tilted Kilt. Yeah, don't
Is that
worry.
the
don't-
same thing?
See,
I don't
that's kind of the big concern is that cooking oatmeal. No, I mean, yeah, I would show oatmeal cooking on there, but I'd doctor it up. So that's one of the things when everything opens up. I saw that Wise Guys Comedy Club in Salt Lake City is opening this weekend.
For social distancing shows?
I think. So it'll be interesting to see how that works.
Yeah.
For a club like Goonies, it only holds 150 people in the room.
Here's the good news for comedy clubs and comedians. If they do want to open up for the summer, a normal summer show is already social distanced.
Oh, absolutely.
I mean, you could go and do a week-long comedy club on a Saturday, even when it was not a pandemic, and there'd maybe be like 30 people in the room. So they could spread them out far enough that you'd start doing it.
Yeah, but here's the thing. I think when they open up, if they open up again in the summer, people are going to just clamor because they want to do something. And here's the other thing. I saw an article.
Maybe just you got to have 25% capacity or something.
Yeah, and as far as the drive-in kind of stuff, I just read an article today. There was I think what the Birch Lodge up in the north suburbs somewhere was going to do a drive-in movie night.
Yeah, I saw that.
And the health department closed it down. Said you can't do that. And this is my big concern is that there are, because we're all aching to do it. We've talked about doing it. For a while, and I think it's twofold. I think no comic wants to get labeled as, oh, that's that guy that did that. If it turns out to be a bad thing, right? And then the other part of it is that you don't know if the state's going to even allow it. I saw the thing about the you can do haircuts. You can do haircuts for them. Oh yeah, I am a fantastic cook. If you, I have all the utensils I need. I've got a Hamilton Beach teapot water boiler, and I've got a 7-inch multi-purpose knife somewhere. I have everything I need, and then a little salt for seasoning.
You got to do that thing, right, where you're like
Guy Fieri. But anyway, that's the whole thing. It's like I don't.
Yeah, that lady that was in California or Georgia that went against the stay-at-home order and was doing like haircuts and salon stuff.
Yeah,
she had to do 7 days in jail and got a $7,000 fine.
Yeah,
it's like, come on.
It's and that's a hard thing, and I don't want to get all political and stuff because there's just so much that's hard about this for everybody.
Yeah, let's not be political.
I don't want to.
Let's stick to poop in our pants jokes.
I love that. Can we do stand up if we stay in our cars? So that's what we're thinking, Denny. It's been here's
that's the thing. Like this all comes from Coots in Alaska.
Yeah. So
they have been doing parking lot shows for like the last month up there.
I know they've been doing them. I know that there's one in Colorado. At least one in Colorado.
Okay.
I know that there's one somewhere down in Georgia. I think it's in one of the suburbs of Atlanta. But the problem is it's a state-by-state thing. And if you got a good plan, I think you got to write out the whole plan just like it's a complete business. And, there are things to consider. It's like, okay, well, Can you order food or not? That's something you got to have a plan for. How does that work? Because you have to still maintain the distancing and that kind of stuff. If
How are
you're
people
if you're
gonna pay?
offering people things to drink, how do they go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
I mean, if you're talking about an hour and a
You
half
gotta
stand,
have those porta potties 6 feet apart.
but then who's gonna sanitize those after every use? Because that's what you got to do.
Do you?
Well, I mean,
Well, nobody's sanitizing the Walmart bathroom every time somebody goes in there.
well, I know, but shouldn't they be? You see, this is where the
The yin and yang.
there's
Now we're
because
off on a topic, Johnny.
there's nothing that's real. That's nothing that's real clear.
Well,
People,
that's the thing
dude, honestly, Daniela, Walmart is one of the finest places to go to the bathroom
but don't go to the one in the front. You go to the one in the back.
by the layaway.
Watch my episode of Road Hacks about bathrooms. You'll
Mhm.
learn a lot.
I'm
But that's
telling
the
you,
thing I never understood is it's like,
I never can have
oh
enough
God,
catheters.
get out of here.
Catheters. Who needs them?
But it's just like, that's the thing I never understood, and I can't remember what comic made the observation, but he's like, so we're basically going to shut everything down. Everyone has to stay home, and the only place that you can go is the grocery store and the Walmart and just jam everybody in there together. It's like, wouldn't it have made more sense to leave all the small, like, corner grocery stores open and the Walmart's open and the Target's open and whatever, so it's spread out, you know? Don't just leave the one Walmart open where everyone has to go to get their stuff, you know?
It's interesting because each individual store has seemingly different ways to deal with it too.
Yeah, like you go
I-
to Walmart, the Walmart over by my house, they've got like barriers set up. You have to wear a mask to go in.
And they want you to go down up and
6
down
feet
certain
apart.
aisles, right?
They got the arrows to go.
Mhm.
You walk into the Target, they're like, "Come on in, everybody, give you a hug." Like what? Like,
And I drove by Aldi on my way to get my prescriptions the other day, and people are all lined up
yeah.
outside. You
I
know,
don't get it, man. Like a lot of it doesn't make sense because it's like, I get it. Yeah, no one follows heroes.
I do.
I like to. Yeah, I think I can't remember who posted it, but they were like, I see those arrows and I feel like they're boosts, like in the Mario Kart, and I just start running really fast and throw bananas behind me. That was funny.
I love that. I love that.
But this is my theory. My theory is that this entire pandemic was started by Fleet Farm because I don't know if you guys have noticed, but people's curb appeal is on point right now.
And nothing
What
else
else
to
is there
do.
to do? Yeah, you're just in your lawn, you're doing your lawn, I don't know how many pictures I've seen of family and friends like putting together.
That ain't a
There
bad
it is.
idea.
There you go. They don't have to clean the Walmart ones.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what we should do, Johnny, is we should start a show
Yes.
called Live from My Garage.
I
And
love
we
the
should
idea.
do a live show in my garage and sell tickets to it. That just never came together.
You know, and the
Oh,
part,
God.
buddy, the biggest problem with that was it was such a brilliant idea, and for whatever reason it didn't happen. But now everybody's doing
to
it.
the wrong horse, brother.
Now everybody's doing it,
Yeah.
and now we're not ahead of the curve.
Yeah.
So, and this is notice to people when I come up with an idea.
Yeah.
As long as it's not a T-shirt, you should probably.
Have you noticed how
hop
many
on board
people
of my
are
train.
copying you now?
Everybody's copying me.
You gave out the secret of the StreamYard.
Well,
Now everybody
because I
knows.
don't, because I'm not a dick.
Yeah. You gotta keep it secret. You gotta keep these things secret.
No, you don't keep it secret because, as I believe,
Well-
all water rises all ships, or whatever the hell it is.
This
the high
brings
tide.
us to our triumphant closing of the show here.
Oh yes,
A lot of people are not aware of it.
we're going to have to give some
even-
backstory.
Yeah, because even since live from my garage didn't take off, I'm still quite proud to have been a part of this thing with you. I thought it was. I liked writing the stuff. I liked doing the voices and I love going back and listening to him all the time.
I do as well. Now here's what we're talking about is a little podcast, and it's a podcast in the fact that it's the media is like a podcast, but it's not a pod. It's not like this. It's not like us just talking to each other.
Yeah.
It was what I termed, and I don't know if it's correct, but a scripted podcast. If you're older, maybe like an old time radio show.
Serial.
Or something along those lines.
Yeah.
And we called it, I mean, we thought it this all up. In fact, we thought it all up driving out to Jake's place.
I know, it was. One step from the spotlight.
The idea was that Mark and I portrayed a morning show from Phoenix, Arizona, morning radio show that got fired, couldn't get another job anywhere else, and we're trying to figure out how to make a podcast fly.
Yeah.
And so it was, and we kind of like to think of it as a cross between WKRP, if you're old enough to remember that, and The Office.
Yes. Johnny played the very skilled radio guy that knew the technology and knew the terminology and how to structure shows and how, I know Denny did, how to make them flow and how to get the guests and all that kind of stuff. And I portrayed the dullard, the rich guy that didn't know anything and just thought that me being a part of it was going to make it soar. Robert Hammersmill.
Robbie Hammersmill and Rusty Collins were the
Rusty
characters.
Collins and Robert Hammersmill. Yeah, so
To kind
we're
of,
on iTunes.
but the idea of the show was that we would talk to people who were one step from the spotlight. They weren't famous, but they were like right there. So like one of the yes, he was.
I was, yeah.
One of the we talked about one of the first episodes, like the first episode, we explained how the show works, what the show works, and as the radio guy, we had all of these morning show elements, and when you listen to it, it is entirely overproduced. I mean, it's like way over the top with morning zoo kind of crap, and one of our first guests, well, I think our first guest, we talked about all the ones we were going to have, but our first guest was going to be Jack Hanna, the Cincinnati.
Hannah.
We had to explain that it was his daughter, Hannah. Hannah. So yeah. Anyway, what's up, Pooh?
There he is, the shootster.
But So anyway, and then the whole thing goes along, and we kind of have to set up this episode that we're going to play, at least a little bit of it.
Yeah.
Because then we had a fight.
Because it's a serial, so it's episode to episode. The structure of the show is pretty similar, where we would have 3 things and a guest. And hello, Willow.
Willow.
Hello, my Willow.
There she is.
How are you? What are you doing? She's telling me I have to go cut up her watermelon.
Well, we'll do it. We'll do it.
Anyway, tell them about it. I'll be right back.
Sounds good. So, in the story of One Step from the Spotlight, Robert Hammersmill and Rusty Collins have this big old fight, and they go off, and it's you really have to listen to it. But this episode, it's the only episode that we have any kind of video with, and we were trying to figure out a way to animate it. Which we couldn't do, and we're trying to figure out a way to, put some video with it. So, he's making them. Just stand by, Danny. You'll get them in a minute. But anyway, what I'm about to play for you here is episode 7, where Robert Hammersmill, the rich moron, and Rusty Collins, the hard-working, downtrodden man, finally make up and get back together on a trip to Whereversville. But I will go ahead And let me pop this up for you, and we'll give her a listen.
London, Paris, Munich, everybody talk about pop music.
Direct from the 9th floor of the Hammersmill Broadcast Tower, this is One Step from the Spotlight.
As far as I know, it was supposed to be warm and pink, and I gotta tell you, Rusty, this thing was lime green.
Hell, yeah, we're back on the air. You're listening to One Step from the Spotlight. Rusty Collins, along with good old Robert Hammersmill, and we are broadcasting today direct from Senior Frogs in Cabo San Lucas on the patio. It's a fantastic day. And Robbie, should we get right into our guest?
Yes. He is sitting right there. No.
Yes, he is. Boy, you're observant today. Folks.
Carlos!
Yeah.
I love you, man.
You really know how to mess up an interview, Robbie. Robbie.
I just love
okay.
how you put the
This is
bed
epic.
underneath it.
At this
That's
point,
the sound
it's
of the seat
ridiculous.
well.
This is probably the best thing we've ever done.
It's
It's so good.
All the yeah.
I got to tell you.
I tried to make it as authentic as possible.
Introduce our wonderful guest that I've procured for this episode.
Procured.
What was that word?
Procured.
Procured.
Man, how many drinks have you had?
I don't have those numbers in front of me, but they are hefty.
You need a calculator.
They are large.
I lost
Someday
track
we're
after
gonna
I
try
took
to
my
find
shoes
somebody
off.
to animate some of these episodes.
Did I have shoes?
No,
I
just
don't
let's.
even remember.
I would love to find an
I'll
animator
tell
to
you
do
what,
it.
part of this we'll use and part of it we won't. Because this is the most drunk you've been since we've done the podcast. And it's amazing.
Ribbon.
All right. And now it is time for our interview. Ladies and gentlemen, you may have heard of the Ultimo Dragon. He was a fantastic luchador and wrestler out of Mexico. He worked in Japan for New Japan Wrestling. He worked for WCW, and he also worked for the WWE. We're very proud and happy to have here for an interview today his trainer, Carlos Martinez. Good morning, Carlos.
Buenos dias.
Carlos, it's been a long time, my friend. Long time.
Sí, Senor Robbie, you are very good looking.
Oh, thank you, Carlos.
Looking drunk.
I still have no idea who this guy is.
So,
I
Carlos,
just pulled this picture up.
when
the internet.
did you first run into the Ultimo Dragon? When did you start training him?
I think it was
That
about
actually is the ultimate
1979 when he was in Mexico City. And I run into him and we start to train and learn him about
Johnny,
the
the
wrestling
master
as a
of
luchador.
voices.
And his favorite was Mil Máscaras and El Santo, who is the saint. And we got along great, and he was a very fast learner.
Do you
Carlos,
know the other two guys?
what was
One
the thing
psychosis.
about him that made
Guy
you
on the left is
want
psychosis.
to be
Okay.
in the ring, in the corner for the dragon? What was it?
I think he could make me a lot of money.
That's what I'm talking about. That's my man.
So, how hard was it? His closing move was the Dragon Sleeper Hold. Was that something that you told him?
Oh, see, I teach him this to do right away. And sleeper hold is always a good hold to put the man to sleep and then win the match.
Carlos, I gotta ask you. You're a very small man.
See?
Has anyone ever given you a ride home in their pocket?
No, this is ridiculous.
Would you allow me to carry you back to the hotel? Like
No,
Is
see,
he
no, I
ridiculous?
am not this kind of guy.
Ah, man. This interview's going great, but I gotta take a pee.
What the hell?
Brother,
Daddy
Carlos, I am
needs his
sorry.
medicine.
Well, I'll tell you, it's fantastic. So, were you involved with Ultimo Dragon
That's a
when
nice
he
beard.
came into WCW and WWE.
Oh, see, it was much harder to work with him because they have their own trainers, but I work with him very much, and he sent me money back to Mexico all the time. And what are you doing? What are you doing to me?
Ah, I got you so bad, Carlos.
What the hell are you doing? This is outrageous. You don't put a slipper on a man before you don't know. Robbie, you're an idiot.
Well, that's up for debate.
It's no debate for me.
Oh man! Well, after you've just now assaulted our guest, Carlos, I got to say thank you very much. It was great to talk with you. Wish we had more time. Wish you got choked a lot less.
Carlos, we're still good, right?
No, you're a bad man.
Oh,
You're a
Carlos.
bad man.
Come on, man.
No, you can't do that to guys, Robbie.
Give me
You
a little
can't. You
something,
can't choke
Carlos.
a guest. Try to choke
I
a
feel
guest
like,
out. That's
John,
ridiculous.
I feel like you kind of were
Well,
just playing
it's
you
okay,
as
but
representative.
I don't want to be here no more.
Half a dozen of one, 4 dozen of the other.
Hello. There was.
Carlos Martinez, trainer of the Ultimo Dragon. Fantastic to have you with us. It was a great interview, regardless of how much you were assaulted.
Bye, Carlos. Enjoy that check I just wrote you.
Yeah, that's the one thing. See, you can't just pay a guy and choke him. Carlos Martinez.
Well, that's not what I've heard.
Yeah,
You don't go to the same places I go to.
You're a weirdo.
Rusty, I
Can't
got
just pay a guy and
exciting
choke
news.
him.
After the
The
rap
places I go
show,
to.
Mm-hmm.
I signed us up to judge the wet T-shirt contest by the swimming pool.
Holy cow!
Yeah, it's been me, buddy.
Well, I'll be in for that.
All right, shots for everybody
So
and wet boobies.
yeah, well, that'll be fine. So
Rusty, Rusty's in.
yeah. So now we have to go now. So tell us, Robbie, once again, what's the email?
One step from the spotlight at yahoo.com. We are on Facebook and SoundCloud, Podomatic, and other places where podcasts exist.
Yeah, don't forget the important ones that people listen to, like iTunes and Stitcher. We're on those. And if you get a chance, folks, give us a quick review on iTunes. We appreciate that very much.
Also, send in your Van Halen questions for next week.
Oh, yeah.
Tommy Weber will be on the show. And
Tommy will be a great guest. And we'll
treasure
have
trove. A treasure trove.
That was the nice
of
part too. Was
You use that word a
that
lot.
we actually were able to bring in some comedian friends to
Yeah.
do other voices.
You
on
like
the
treasure,
show.
I guess.
I know we had Wendy
What's a
Mayberry
trove?
playing my wife.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
uh,
So once again,
But
folks, thanks
Casey,
very much for
Casey
listening
Flesh
to One
was
Step from
playing,
the Spotlight, our special broad.
who was the guy? Matt
Casey
Lauer's
Flesh was
attorney.
Casey Flesh was Harry Dinkle.
Harry Dinkle, Matt Lauer's attorney for the sexual harassment cases.
Yeah. We had Josh Floorhog was on with us.
Floorhog, he played that guy who had secrets about the CIA.
That was a fun one to do.
Lamprick was on. He was playing
Dr. Tom Clancy with a K.
Tom Clancy with a K. There it was.
God
He'll fix your brain up real fancy. I'm telling you, there's this gold. If you guys haven't subscribed, go listen to One Step from the Spotlight.
And it's one of those things where it is serial. You can't. I mean, you really. My opinion is you start at the beginning and you go all the way through. And we have 17 episodes.
That's just crazy.
And I can't. I mean, it's like so. It is good. I'd love to be able to do it again.
You never know.
It would be easier to do it in this format, and we could actually do it like this. But you know,
let's work on that. Let's get it together.
We can do that.
I still got the hat and the mustache, so we can do it.
I don't. I'll have to do something else.
You gotta find that beard.
But I don't know. You have the beard.
Do I? Maybe
well,
I
you
do.
paid for the beard. It was just a rental for me. I think maybe you threw it away.
Willow, get over here. Say hi to the
With
world.
the cereal and serial killer. Hi, Craig. It's great to see you, buddy.
Hi. Hi, everybody. Well, I gotta say goodbye, Johnny.
All right,
It's
my
always
friend.
a pleasure.
Sounds good to me, buddy. And everybody that
I love
was
you, buddy.
watching, we sure appreciate it very, very much. Thank you for looking in. We appreciate it. Mark and I will be on again sometime soon. I don't know exactly when. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I interview Susie Sackerman on the Goonies Comedy Club page, a great comedian and fine human being. Whoops, that's the wrong one. There we go. And other than that, folks, thank you so much for watching and spending the time with us. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we enjoyed being together. Keep yourself safe. If you see anybody streaming something out there, give it a like, give it a watch, and let them know that what they're doing is important to you, or at least entertains you. Folks, have a good evening, and we will see you tomorrow and soon.